Good evening, Cowboys Nation, and welcome to Dallas Cowboys Tonight, your primetime pulse on America's team. I'm your host, coming to you live from the shadow of AT&T Stadium, where the star never dims and the stakes never drop. Folks, buckle up, because after a bye week that felt like an eternity, the Cowboys are reloaded, re-energized, and ready to raid Las Vegas under the bright lights of Monday Night Football. But before we preview that desert showdown with Pete Carroll's Raiders, let's talk about the blockbuster move that has Jerry's world buzzing louder than a post-touchdown fireworks show. The Dallas Cowboys have officially made their decision on Quinnen Williams, and spoiler alert, it's a game changer.
Let's start with the headline you've all been waiting for. The Cowboys have activated linebacker DeMarvion Overshown from injured reserve, traded for Bengals standout Logan Wilson, and, drumroll, please, brought in New York Jets wrecking ball Quinnen Williams to anchor the middle of that defensive line. Yes, you heard that right. Quinnen Williams, the former Alabama Beast, three-time Pro Bowler, and first-team All-Pro, is now suiting up in the star. And get this, the team's official depth chart already lists him as a starter alongside Osa Odighizuwa and Kenny Clark, the same Kenny Clark who came over in the Micah Parsons trade. Stephen Jones went on 105.3 The Fan Friday morning and dropped this nugget. The Cowboys are cooking up a five-man front package that could feature all three of those monsters on the field at the same time, with two edge rushers crashing the party. Imagine that, folks, a 5-2 front that turns AT&T Stadium into a no-fly, no-run zone. Now, let's rewind the tape and set the stage. Dallas limped into the bye at 3-5-1 after back-to-back gut punches from Denver and Arizona. Matt Eberflus defense? Let's be honest, it's been more sieve than steel curtain, surrendering a league-worst 397.4 total yards per game, 254.4 through the air, and a painful 143.0 on the ground. Those are bottom five marks across the board, and Cowboys Nation was starting to feel the heat. But leave it to the front office to flip the script. Trading for Logan Wilson, fresh off a 2024 season where he racked up 132 tackles and 3 picks with Cincinnati, adds sideline-to-sideline speed at linebacker. Activating Overshown, the 2023 third-round pick who flashed elite athleticism before his ACL tear last preseason, brings back that explosive edge we've been missing. And then, there's Quinnen. Let's talk about this man for a second. Quinnen Williams isn't just a defensive tackle, he's a one-man demolition crew. Drafted third overall by the Jets in 2019 out of Alabama, he's been a nightmare for quarterbacks and running backs alike. In his first 6 seasons, he's earned 3 Pro Bowl nods, a first-team All-Pro selection in 2022, and has consistently been one of the league's best interior disruptors. This year, in just 8 games with New York, he posted 32 tackles, a sack, 3 forced fumbles, and 12 tackles for loss, otherwise known as stuffs that blow up plays in the backfield. The dude's only 27, in his prime, and now he's wearing midnight navy and silver. As one Cowboys beat writer put it, it's like trading a slingshot for a bazooka. Now, let's dive into the X's and O's, because this isn't just about names, it's about scheme. For years, the Cowboys' defensive tackle room has been a revolving door. Remember when we were starting guys like Tristan Hill and hoping for the best? No more. With Williams, Odighizuwa, and Clark, Dallas now has a trio that can dominate both the run and the pass. Osa Odighizuwa, the 2021 third-rounder out of UCLA, has quietly become a solid run-stuffer with 4.5 sacks last season. Kenny Clark, acquired in the Parsons deal, is a 2-time Pro Bowler who's been a top 5 run defender per PFF for 3 straight years. And Quinnen, he's the closer. Put them together in that 5-man front Stephen Jones teased, and you've got a wall that can collapse pockets, clog lanes, and force quarterbacks into mistakes. Picture this, Raiders rookie quarterback facing a zero blitz with Quinnen Bull rushing up the A-gap while Clark and Odighizuwa eat double teams. Good luck. Let's put some historical context on this. The last time the Cowboys had a defensive line this stacked? You've got to go back to the early 90s. Think Charles Haley, Leon Lett, and the Doomsday Defense 2.0 that powered 3 Super Bowl wins. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin got the glory, but it was the big uglies up front who set the tone. Fast forward to today, and Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and this high-octane offense finally have a front 7 that can match their firepower. Speaking of Dak, coming off the bye, he's had 2 weeks to dissect Pete Carroll's defense. The Raiders are scrappy, but they're allowing 26.2 points per game. If Brian Schottenheimer dials up some play action and lets CD and Brandon Cooks stretch the field, while Ezekiel Elliott and Rico Dowdle pound the rock behind that beefed-up O-line. Watch out. I caught up with a fictional but totally believable Cowboys superfan outside the Star in Frisco earlier today. Meet Maria Gonzalez, season ticket holder since 1998. She told me, "I've been a Cowboys fan through the 1-15 season, through the Romo heartbreak, through the Dez caught it debate. But seeing Quinnen in that Star? Chills. This defense is about to make quarterbacks see ghosts." And she's not wrong. Even Raiders head coach Pete Carroll admitted in his presser, Dallas just added a guy who can wreck a game plan in one snap. We've got to account for him on every play. Statistically, this move couldn't come at a better time. The Cowboys ranked 28th in run defense DVOA and 30th in pressure rate. Plug in Quinnen's 18.2% pass rush win rate from last season, and those numbers flip overnight. Pair that with Micah Parsons. Kenny Clark now on the edge in certain packages, and you've got a defense that can dictate terms. Remember 2022, when this unit led the league in takeaways. We're one hot streak away from that again. Now, let's zoom out to the bigger picture. A win in Vegas puts Dallas at 4-5-1, right back in the NFC East hunt. The Eagles are stumbling, the Giants are rebuilding, and the Commanders are, well, the Commanders. The NFC playoff race is a dogfight, but with 17 games, every snap counts. Beat the Raiders, get Overshown and Wilson up to speed, and suddenly the Cowboys are the scariest 6 or 7 win team in the conference by December. And don't sleep on the schedule. After Vegas, it's the Chargers, then a Thanksgiving showdown with the Giants. Momentum is everything. Here's my prediction. Quinnen Williams records his first sack in a Cowboys uniform on the Raiders' opening drive, forcing a 3-and-out. Dak goes 25 for 32, 295 yards, 3 touchdowns. Final score: Cowboys 31, Raiders 20. Book it. Cowboys Nation, this is your team reborn. From the glory days of Roger Staubach slinging it to Emmett dancing in the end zone, to now, Dak, CD, and a defensive line that strikes fear into the heart of the NFL. The star shines brightest under pressure, and Monday night, the world will see it. So fire up the grills, dust off the jerseys, and let's pack Allegiant Stadium with silver and blue. Kickoff is at 7:15 Central on ESPN. Until then, keep the faith, keep the noise, and as always, how about them Cowboys?